Welcome back to Digi Bros, everybody.
Conrad has eye destruction again.
I don't feel it that much. So.
It looks disturbing.
Anyway,
he's gonna keep not looking at you.
I don't know why you would be looking at me. We're playing a video game.
Well, we paused between episodes. Fuck
we
you,
paused
Zubat.
so Victor could stare lovingly into my bloodshot eyes. So we were talking about Pokemon in the Ruby and Sapphire era, kind of growing distant from it. That was also when, because it wasn't just that that we had moved away and like stopped collecting the cards. That was also where we kind of fell off the boat with the anime.
Yeah.
Because Pokemon the anime took a long time to address Gold and Silver. At least the episodes that were coming out here in America. Because like we had the Indigo Championship go all the way up to the end of the first game, and then for me the anime became a huge disappointment when the Orange Island started because it wasn't the Johto League, and like I was super into Gold and Silver, and then the anime just doesn't go there. They go to some completely unrelated place I've never heard of, the Orange Islands. What the fuck were those? And then they introduced Tracy instead of Brock. It was like, where the fuck's Brock?
Tracy was fucking lame.
What the fuck is the Orange Islands? So even though Pokemon 2000 was a fucking awesome movie, and that was like my favorite movie forever, the Orange Islands were just like such a weird time. And so like when we moved to Florida, that was like when that was happening too. So like basically all of Pokemon just kind of went into this little dip. Like the cards weren't as cool, the anime wasn't as cool. And I pretty much stopped watching during the Orange Islands. Like, we lost track of it at some point, and I just completely stopped watching it. And I've never gotten back into the anime in a big way, The only time I watched a whole lot of it was when Best Wishes started, which is the black and white anime. And I was watching it in Japanese, as it was coming out. And I watched, 37 episodes. You never played
the games, right?
Yeah, I did.
With black and white?
Yeah, I told you. That's how I got back into Pokemon, was black and white. I played
Did you beat them?
No, but I played the fuck out of white. I was really
played the fuck out of it, but you didn't beat it.
No, I probably played 20 hours of it. Nah, maybe not that much. I don't know. Played the fuck out of, for me, of a game at that point in my life was any amount of playing the game. But when black and white came out, I was super in love with it, and the anime came out, and it was Best Wishes, and it was the first time it was I think it was the first time it was totally all new characters. There was no Brock and there was no Misty. It was Iris and what's his name? Dent. That was his name, right? And the reason I was watching it and I was so into it is that those two were played by two of my favorite voice actors in Japanese. Because Dent was played by Mamoru Miyano, who is the voice of Takuto from Star Driver, and the blonde kid from Durarara, and Death the Kid, and all these other great characters. And Iris, or Isis, was it Iris? What's the fuck? I'm gonna go with Iris. She was voiced by Yuki Aoi, who played the girl from Kurenai, the little girl. I'm trying to think of characters you would know. I don't know that there are any.
I don't care.
I was really into those two actors, and
I remember
they were suddenly in Pokemon, and I was like, oh yeah! So I was really into it.
Oh shit!
And the anime was great. Best Wishes.
Oh shit!
Was,
whoa! Huh. Yeah! What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Say it again.
Whoa! Yeah!
Oh, Joe.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Say it again. Yeah.
It's War Turtle. That's. Dude, War Turtle's the shit. I didn't like him at all as a kid.
No, I've way grown to appreciate
I thought his ears made him look like an old man, and now I feel like he's the coolest fucking Pokemon. He's rad as hell.
I have definitely grown significantly in my appreciation of War Turtle.
Yes. Because he's just a bigger Squirtle, but with cool wingy ears.
Also, he looked way worse in the original game.
Yeah, he really did.
They made his sprite look exponentially
he looked like dirt.
more pretty in this game.
Yeah.
But
still
in any case,
looks like old man, Heihachi hair, but it's fine.
I never made that connection
really?
before, but that is fantastic. But yeah, what the fuck was I talking about? The anime.
Oh.
Yeah, Best Wishes was really cool because the Pokemon had what was great about it is the Pokemon had a lot of personality in that one. Where Ash got all the starters, and like all of them were like really distinct from one another. Where like I'm trying to remember their names. I think it was Snivi was the grass one.
Yeah. Dude, that one's the shit. That was the one I had.
Yeah.
Coolest fucking
She
Pokemon,
was like a really like elitist, pretentious bitch kind of thing.
And like the final evolution for that, it's a giant serpent, and it was fucking rad.
And then Tepig was like this happy-go-lucky, like innocent, ridiculous, naive character. And then Mijumaru was this complete idiot who thought he was the shit and would just... Oshawott.
You used the Japanese name.
Okay, the reason I used the Japanese name for just that one is that he was like the main one, like, and he would say his whole thing was that he's a samurai, like he's supposed to be like Mijumaru is a samurai name, and he would go Miju like that, and so I always remember Mijumaru, but his name's Oshawott, in English. So none of the same, connotation there. Yeah. But like, and then there was the fucking, I don't remember what the actual name of the Pokemon was, but it's the one they called Sagamander.
Sagamander.
And he's just this ugly asshole. Scraggy, yeah.
Something like that.
And him in the anime was perfect because he hatches from an egg, and like they had built up this egg of like what's it gonna be, and it comes out as just this fucking asshole who just starts headbutting all the other Pokemon. Like the whole episode is him just headbutting everyone and being a dick. It was amazing.
Fucking screamy.
But yeah, at the point in time that we are in the story, Pokemon anime got lame. Tracy, who the fuck cares,
Yeah, fuck Tracy. He was such a douche.
He was the Kevin of Pokemon. He was just a guy.
He's just such a dweeb. He dressed stupid. He had no personality. He had a dumb haircut and a stupid headband. He's such what a douchebag. Fuck Tracy.
I don't hate Tracy. I just think he's boring.
Tracy Jones.
But and then it was also becoming apparent that Misty and Ash were never actually getting together at that point.
Hold on. Okay, Birdup didn't evolve. I thought he evolved at the same time as Wartortle. I was at
16.
He's at level 16.
Oh, maybe it's 18.
Well, maybe you can't level up to it at the same time.
I think it's 18. I'm probably just wrong.
Fuck Tackle. He's gonna be a thief. Whoa, it's a big Pidgey. Oh, cool. It shows them when they look. Whoa, look at that. They put a CD on his face. Oh, shit.
Why not Sand Attack? Why didn't you get rid of Sand Attack?
Sand Attack is useful. It can lower accuracy. Dude, that comes in handy sometimes.
I have never in my life ever used a status effect.
That's because you've never tried to kill a Geodude with a Pidgey, Conrad. You fucking basic bitch. Learn to Pokemon.
Fair point. Oh, God.
Gotta live to win, motherfucker.
No. Jesus Christ. Anyways,
so no fuck about Pokemon.
What the fuck was I talking about?
Fucking Tracy being a little bitch.
Oh yeah, Ash and Misty never getting together.
Little
and it's funny, because like, when I was a kid, I just thought that Ash and Misty liked Ash was a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it just made sense to me, because there's a song on the Pokemon album that's all, like, because we had the 2BM Master CD, and they had, like, all the songs that they would play during the shows and everything. And there's one incredibly fucking boring gay-ass song on there that was, like, Misty's Ballad. It was called, like, I think it was called that.
It was called Boring Gay-Ass Song.
Yeah, and it was, like, Misty singing about how, like,
Critical hit.
I
Fuck
look
you,
at you, and you look away, yay. Like, it's just her, like, being emotional that
this is the song for
Ash
girls.
never looked at her, basically. It was just meant to imply that there was a romantic connection there. And there was, like, a few small lines in the dub that make it out like Misty likes Ash. But as it turns out, none of that is even suggested in the Japanese version.
Yeah.
Like, originally, and I didn't know this until Tamashi Hiroka pointed it out in a video, that, like, there was never any suggestion originally that Misty liked Ash. All of it was stuff that was added through, like, just subtext in the music and stuff in the American release, and like it was never there. So like that made way more sense to me hearing that, because like it bothered me to death that they would signpost Misty liking Ash and then just have her leave the show.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Fucking
like,
write her out.
And then
that bitch out.
It never made any sense to me, and then like once I found that out, it was like, oh, it was never supposed to be there, so it would have made perfect sense for her to just leave, So yeah, that's annoying, but like as a kid it was like this plot isn't like, it it was that moment when you realize the plot's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, the character starts cycling out, and then they come back, and like I never saw any of Johto.
He never became a Pokemon master, which as a kid, when you have no frame of reference for what a show like that's gonna be, and it's a game about becoming a Pokemon master, then you think Ash is gonna beat the Pokemon League and become a Pokemon master, and he doesn't, and you're like, oh, well.
Which I very highly recommend everyone watch our friend Endless Jess's video, My Japanese Animes Pokemon, on the My Japanese Animes channel. It's an 8-minute video about how Pokemon, like, fucked our generation because the Ash never grows up, and as a result, none of us know how to grow up.
True.
It's perfect. It's an amazing video.
I don't remember. Obviously, I've seen it, but for some reason I can't remember it.
It's great. It's just about the how the show kept resetting itself to be for younger generations, but as a result, we who were attached to it got left behind.
Yeah.
You know, and he complains about how Ash never got with Misty and how they keep introducing new retarded Pokemon and Ash never evolves as a character. But I mean, while all of that is because we misinterpreted it because America gave us a different version of the show, nonetheless, the result is we got snubbed. Yeah. What we thought the show was not what it ended up being, you know? So we kind of got, like, left behind by where the show went. Because it just sort of abandoned its older audience, you know? And it didn't do it in an obvious way, where, like, when a show like Digimon ended, they made a different Digimon.
Yeah.
Or when Yu-Gi-Oh ends, they make a new Yu-Gi-Oh. But Pokemon has always been Ash, always 10 years old, always on the same adventure.
Cool.
So, like, it's this weird atemporal thing where, like, even though they make it for new generations, it's like they want the old ones to keep watching or something, but it doesn't make any sense because we are like, well, we've all grown up. We're 20 now. Yeah. Why is Ash still a kid? This doesn't make any fucking sense, you know?
I always liked Parasect. Cool Pokemon. It's a mushroom, crab. Fucking cool.
Team Rocket is still after Pikachu after like 18 different times where they realized how insane what they're doing is.
That's another thing. It's like it felt like in the first season they had some sort of character development, you know, they'd always come to the realizations, and it's just they do the same shit again. So it's like, why are they still around every episode? Yeah. At least I think it was Black and White where they were like doing something else for a while.
Yeah, they started like they had this whole
they had their own subplot,
background mystery plot going on. Though it was not going anywhere.
Yeah, and like, I'm sure it went nowhere.
It was the kind of thing where it like they kept setting up for something, but then they were always setting up for something. Like 36 episodes in, we still knew nothing about what they were trying to do. So it was just like, okay, I get it. There's a mystery here. Like I've lost interest.
Do something.
Yeah.
It's like, does the next generation of kids even care about these characters? Like, why do they have to be the same people over and over again? You know?
That's what's weird about it. Like, and it's especially weird because as of Diamond and Pearl, they started like basically resetting it and making it about the new character, right? Because with Diamond and Pearl, when they introduced Dawn, like. She was like, yeah, the first episodes were all about her and her starting her journey, and it was kind of implied that Ash was going to be like mentoring her, you know, and it was like, okay, now we can have the Ash can feel
Pikachu's
older,
weak again,
and Dawn can be but then for some reason Ash is still a fucking wuss, and he's still losing,
and he still beats all the gyms,
and he's still like.
Whereas, Dawn can do the fashion show.
And then Dawn leaves, and then in Black and White, it's about Ash again. And he's got like a Brock and Misty, but in not in name with him, you know? Yeah, so it was odd. And now he's got like all the fucking X and Y kids with him.
Let's prove your theory of Pidgey beating Sandshrew.
Oh, I don't think it's true. I think I'm probably wrong, but
it's gonna be funny. Bird up, no!
The guys are pretty weak right now. Why Sand Attack? He's a ground-type Pokemon!
It's not a ground-type move. It decreases accuracy. It's not like it does damage. Fuck me!
Quick attack, quick attack, quick
attack! Fuck you, dude! I got this! No! Defense curl, hell yeah!
It didn't do, like negative damage.
Yeah. I can use Thief. That's dark.
Why not Gust? Gust is an actual burn move. Then we could find out if it's... Oh, he has a dark move?
Yeah, I taught him Thief. That's the neat thing about
I want to know if
about Fire and Leaf Green. It has all the attacks from like
Right.
you know
Ruby
and Sapphire and Gold and Silver. No, Pidgey! If he had a full health bar, he would have wrecked that sand shrew.
Maybe so. Maybe so. What the fuck were we talking about?
Poor Pidgey.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
He had his
Pokemon
shit
anime
together.
went to shit.
Yeah.
Something like that.
May sucked. Yeah, her.
Yeah.
You remember her disgusting little brother? Like,
Yes,
that was
I
the worst
do.
part of that show.
I do remember her disgusting little brother.
That little fuck.
What was his
He was
name?
like Tracy, but a child.
Was he Max? Was it May and
Yeah,
Max?
it was Max.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking little shit.
Yeah, he
Ruined
sucked.
Pokemon.
He was definitely the worst character that's ever been in
He
Pokemon.
was a little piece of shit. He had a shitty dub voice. Sounded like a little fucking dweeb.
What a dweeb.
What a fucking dweeb.
What a dweeb. I'm trying to think if there's anything else about like that era where I kind of like dipped out of Pokemon.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Well,
happened.
Oh
so
yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh happened. That was probably
didn't
part of it too.
really, you know, like overtake Pokemon, but it certainly changed our, you know,
Well, I definitely
what
got
we were looking at.
like 2011 when we no, not 11. I meant 2001 when we moved back from Florida. Like I definitely got heavy into Yu-Gi-Oh and we started
Yeah.
collecting those cards. instead of
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Pokemon
which was once
cards.
again something that was cool when it first started and immediately became lame.
I never really knew anybody who was into Yu-Gi-Oh.
I felt like there were people into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Like I never knew anybody at school. But, I mean, maybe by that point I'd
Yeah.
stopped talking to people at school, so that could be part of it. But I never had any friends who were like super into Yu-Gi-Oh with me.
Yeah.
You know. Well, because the thing is, when we got into Yu-Gi-Oh was when we moved back from Florida and we
Yeah.
lived in
We
that
had no
house for
friends
like only
then.
3 months.
Yeah.
So like I didn't make any friends before moving again to a different school. So like I think probably
There's certainly no one to ever play Yu-Gi-Oh with besides you and Shade, and like
yeah. And I cheated
you
constantly.
would cheat constantly, and Shade had no comprehension of what he was doing because he was a child.
Yeah, he was like 4. if that.
Yes.
So like well maybe older, maybe he was 5, because I think he started kindergarten in that house.
Yeah. Me and Shade used to go to Yu-Gi-Oh League when I was like 14 or 15.
Yeah, I remember
well,
that.
that's us. We
That
go
was
back
at
to Comic Chest. Yeah. We do Yu-Gi-Oh
Same
League.
place we
But
did
then
Pokemon League. Later
that was at
did
that point
Yu-Gi-Oh!
where it was like I was 14 or 15 and it started to be like, you know, I was going with Shade, but then like a lot of the kids there were kind of younger than me, which now thinking about it, it's like they were only a couple years younger than me. It didn't fucking matter, but I did
Right.
kind of feel like a dweeb going to Yu-Gi-Oh League and like beating these younger kids. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, he's gonna give you a fossil.
oh hey, he's not gonna fight me. I made it. Oh
never
no,
mind.
he's gonna fight
He's
me.
definitely
I
gonna
guess
fight
he's
you.
also an asshole. He's gonna kill me.
Super nerd.
I'm gonna lose.
You're gonna lose to a super nerd.
I gotta go
named
all the way back to
Miguel.
Mount Moon. I don't have any potions, right?
I don't think so, or else you would have used one by now.
Yeah.
I assume.
Oh, he's fucking back. Revive? Hell yeah.
Bring back Pidgey.
Pidgey redemption. Yeah.
You might still lose.
Yeah. Harden. Hell yeah, I got this.
Okay. So yeah, in
He's
that
getting
period,
harder.
I got into Yu-Gi-Oh, got out of Pokemon. We weren't that into Ruby and Sapphire, but then Diamond and Pearl came out, and it was interesting because this was a monumental shift because historically, like, you know, because I had gotten Red and Victor got Blue,
Yeah.
and like when Gold and Silver came out, we were both super into Pokemon, so I got Silver and you got Gold.
Yeah.
You know? Like, this was where the whole two types thing was, like, it started making total sense, because we're two brothers, we're both into it,
Yeah,
right?
so it was perfect.
Then I got Ruby, you got Sapphire, because it was red and blue, just like the original games.
I learned
you
Bite.
know.
Bite is like one of the best moves.
But then, with Diamond and Pearl, I never got a 3DS, or
Yeah.
a DS. I never cared that much about the DS. I wasn't really into video games at the time.
Such a shame.
So Victor and Shade got Diamond and Pearl.
Yes.
Which is really interesting, because Shade had never gotten into Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because Shade's younger than us.
And he didn't
Shade
have
did
his
not have the
own,
comprehension to
like-
play video games
He
back
didn't
then.
have he didn't have his own Game Boy or his own GBA because
Right.
he didn't like.
So Shade
wanted
had
as
a
much.
DS, and one of which you had Diamond, he had Pearl, something probably.
Yeah, I had Diamond
Right.
because Pearl looked lame.
So you had Diamond.
Oh, he's
and he
gonna
had
destroy my Pidgey! No.
Pearl. He
Oh,
didn't do
oh
shit.
god, he's charging
You gotta
power.
Kill him first.
Will this
why
work?
not Thief?
I don't know.
Thief
Because
probably
Thief
does more
doesn't
damage.
have a lot of damage power.
Really?
Yeah.
He's definitely gonna fuck you.
Oh shit. Oh.
Why
it's
would
not
you use a
effective.
bird move against an electric
I don't know.
Pokemon?
Bird up. No. Oh, I got this.
You might got this.
Oh, I should use quick attack. Quick attack.
Well, it goes first, so.
Yeah, bitch. I got Voltorb. One
yeah.
more guy.
Fuck yeah! Come on, bird up, bird up, bird up.
Coughing.
Bird up.
Let's
this is how
do
you
this.
cheer for bird up.
Bird up.
Bird up.
Boop, boop, boop.
Bird up. Beep, beep, beep. Alright,
Alright.
you got this shit. Just quick attack that fucker till he dies.
No,
Wait, is poison weak to dark?
I think Gust will work better.
Is poison weak to dark? One way to find
Might
out.
be.
No.
No.
Well, it did the same amount, so it wasn't like that big of a loss.
Yeah, now I'm confused with what poison's weak to. It's one of those where it's like really tricky to hurt poison.
Well, if you can survive this tackle, you win. Quick attack, quick
Attack,
attack,
quick attack, quick attack.
quick attack. Bird up,
Bird
bird
up,
up,
bird
bird
up,
up, bird up, bird up, bird up, bird up,
Shut
bird
up.
up.
It's gonna get really annoying.
It's a bird up.
It is bird up.
Oh my god, you actually pulled through that. Oh god. That's not even the right noise. Ugh.
It's a bird up thing. Though you couldn't see, I put my finger in my mouth and it made the girl sound like bird up. Oh man, which one do I get?
I don't know.
I don't care, they're both cool. I probably won't use either of them. Helix Fossil, bitch. I think that's Ammonite.
Yeah, I think so.
Kabutops
Double
looks
Helix.
Cool.
Make it bloody, make it bloody.
Wasn't Amistar one of your
one
originals?
of my first three. I was discussing that earlier.
Ah,
But anyway, yeah,
no.
it was really cool because Shade got into Diamond and Pearl, and there was like a really, really mind-blowing moment for me some like 2 years ago when I realized that Shade did not know shit about the first three generations of Pokemon and only really started with Diamond and Pearl.
All he had
like,
his Pikachu stuffed guy, but then like he got that so young he wouldn't have comprehended what it was.
It just like that was the first time that I really like realized that Pokemon like that the other gens were for other generations of kids. Yeah. You know, like because I mean that's kind of obvious, but like I never seen it in action or like thought about that it actually worked.
And it's like the first generation was such a phenomenon when it came out that it's like the next generation's never had that hype around them.
Right.
So you can't imagine that the next generation of kids gets into it because you don't know like how they would get into it. Right. Even though they probably were significantly hyped.
Go to the Pokemon Center.
Ooh, a ball.
It's a TM, I think. Yeah.
What did I get?
I didn't read it. Shit. You fucking clicked too fast.
Where's the fucking Pokemon Center, bro?
You're at the go down.
I gotta go down.
Yes, you're at the city now.
Cerulean City, bitches.
Like, it never occurred to me that it had worked. That Pokemon really did like appeal to multiple generations of different games. Like our friend Hippocrit, who's like 22, I think, 21 or 22. His first Pokemon was Ruby and Sapphire. So he doesn't give a fuck about the first two gens. And this is someone who I talk to regularly. You know, like, this is someone who I consider to be among my group of friends and in my general age group. You know, but just by me being a few years older and him catching on to Pokemon a few years later, he was into 2 gens later a game that I didn't even play, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, it's really fascinating just because, in my mind, everyone, you know, I'm talking to is around my age and would know Pokemon Generation 1. But Shade is literally an adult, and his first Pokemon was Diamond and Pearl, you know? Like, people who are able to vote now, their first Pokemon was Diamond and Pearl. Alright, next time on Digi Bros, we're gonna fight this cunt.
I need a drink, dude.